tampoco nos perdimos mucho. Ahí estamos, ese somos nosotros.
Ay, hijo de puta.
Ese somos nosotros.
The city where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream cost me a victory. The city of opportunists. The city of
Ya sí, ahora está quieto, ¿viste?
where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet.
Quieto.
Te lo maté.
The city of pioneers.
Yo me toque 3. Como el lado muestra el poder de la suerte mágica. Me toca 1, bueno. Tengo
The
esa
city
fe.
of dreamers.
2, necesito. 1. Necesito 2. Vamos.
A city of undercurrents. Where not everything is as it seems.
Hola.
Hola.
Ah, Nico puso hola.
The 20th century
Ah.
will become a model for the world. A city that has no boundaries. That will stretch as far as the eye can see.
Hola. Me chupa, me quepo.
In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with it. You know when you're fighting, you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is out
Me
bad
dijo ahora la conferencia, sí, dije hola, tarado.
So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
La noire. No, ¿qué se privaba?
Calling caller 14 Adam.
No,
14 Adam, come in.
gordo.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam,
Ya,
pursuit
ya,
detective an
sí,
ambulance
porque
shooting at 6th and Industrial Street.
Mi
Unit
arregla
16
flota.
William requests uniform assistance for an
No tiene
evidence
nada
search.
que puto
14 Adam, code
La
2.
carrera es
Roger,
rara,
14
no
Adam en route.
Here we
Ah, ya choqué.
request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch. Ever the optimist.
Somos
From the
policías.
Sunshine himself.
Vamos, hijos de puta.
Momento gráfico.
Ah.
Floyd Rose, homicide. You might back up? Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn. Wilshire Division. We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put 2 in the Vic's head
Acá
and then
tenemos
threw
nuestra
his
primera
piece. We
persecución.
need you guys to try and recover the gas.
You want us to look anywhere
Ah,
in
después
particular?
vamos a encontrar un
Get your best shot,
revólver.
guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the
Hasta puedes hacer
Bag and
parkour por
return
los
to
techos.
technical services. Hurry up, boy. I'm out of
Sí,
here.
ahora van a ver, está rancheto.
Nah, ¿por qué mierda me agachó?
This is a fist hump.
Me chupa, me
Just going through the
quepo.
motions.
Me
Probably
quepo.
right.
Oh.
Let's just get it over and done. All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me, and we'll talk it out. 2 heads are always better than 1.
Ay, mira la vueltita. Uy. Uy.
Me tocó 3.
Look at this jump.
Sí o sí un 2.
Acá hay una pista. Pero no sé cómo. Ahí está.
This is. It's not my job to pick through other people's trash.
Nada más botella.
Jesus. Come take a look at this.
¿Qué pasa, Master? Ahí voy. A la sangre.
What have you got, Phelps? Anything?
De ahora empezamos siendo policías y por este caso que lo resolvemos pasamos a detectives.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Por acá está la pistola.
A ver si la pista será chumbo.
Ralph, there's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
Reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. I'm gonna see if I can find a way up there.
A ver, ropa. Bueno,
Don't
yo
hurt
tiro
yourself.
Vete, me acuerdo.
un rato vuelvo.
Bueno,
The gun's up on the roof, right? So we need to find a way up.
¿qué onda? Aquí está.
What kind of chumps do these homicide guys think we are?
Smith & Wesson, serial S71893.
Tuki.
2 rounds fired. And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a
Ya
commendation.
va a estar el
Show
chabón.
some initiative, Ralph.
Va, eso
See if
creo
we
que
can
me
come up
acuerdo
with an
yo.
owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here. Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks than help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Oh, master. Me chupa, me quepo. Me quepo. ¿Dónde aparece el chabón? Yo me acuerdo que venía. Digo, me acuerdo una persecución patente en el capítulo 1. Capaz que todavía no es, ¿viste? Pero yo me acuerdo. Me acuerdo patente. Capaz que nada que ver. Listo. Tuki. Acá. Somos la policía, tenemos que respetar el camino porque somos la policía. Me chupa, me que pepo. Sí, respetar mi huevo. Oh yeah.
That's coming out of your wages, not mine.
Oh yeah. ¡Ay, pasa! ¡Uy! ¿Se puede derrapar? Se puede derrapar. Ya me había olvidado eso.
Have you got a death wish?
Lo siento, lo siento. Acá derrapamos, acá derrapamos. ¡Uah! Good shit.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us
No,
anything
ni
about this
idea,
gun?
no,
Smith &
no estoy
Wesson.
seguro.
Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for 357. Nickel plated with pearl grip. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner?
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece would stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Ah, para. Pistas. Acá. Es un modelo 27. Bueno, después nos fijamos.
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
Item first. 27. Acá este, a ver. No. Entonces... acá. Este.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February 46. Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
LAPD.
Do we call it in?
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way, Gunga Den.
Ah, sí, ahora en el apartamento está la... Listo, acá sí me acuerdo. Acá en el apartamento es la persecución. El chabón sale por la ventana, viste que en los edificios tienen como partes a los costados con escalera y toda esa mierda. Bueno, por ahí sale el chabón por la ventana del edificio y nosotros lo seguimos. Ahí empieza la persecución y el parkour por el techo. Está resarpado. ¿Qué onda? ¿Todo bien?
One of a kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name. If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. And 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of
Sí, obviamente me acordé de vos, Franco. Obviamente. ¿Cómo me olvidé? No, no es el GTA. Es, o sea, es parecido. Es el L.A Noire, se llama, pero es parecido. Tipo, es el mismo creador, todo. Yo me acuerdo patente que era como dije, que empezara la persecución así. ¿Es acá? El 2, piso 2. Ese es 3, 4, 2. Acá está.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this. You ready, Cuff?
Ole. Toma. Creo que tengo que bloquear sí o sí. Toma, tarado. Tómalo, no aquí. Ah, no. Dale, vení, vení, puto. Ay.
Ralph, you all right?
I'm fine. I hardly.
¿Dónde? ¿Dónde está la persecución? La concha de su hermana.
Keep an eye on him, Ralph. I'm gonna take a look around.
Yo me acuerdo patente, hijo de puta.
Not everything here is...
¿Dónde mierda? Yo me acuerdo que en este capítulo, bueno, en algún momento va a llegar. Yo lo sé que en algún momento... Nada, no me interesa esa batalla.
don't think this is any use to us.
No, menos me va a servir eso. Eso sí.
List of names and a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Ah, yeah.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247.
Ah, boludo, pero no me pueden cagar así. Yo me acuerdo patente la persecución, loco, da.
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
Didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill. Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Como que estafado.
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. But the force is like politics.
No sé, yo me acuerdo que en un momento había una persecución. Yo te dije que no sé, pero en algún momento va a llegar. Hasta que antes de que nos convirtamos en detectives estoy seguro. Después ahora seguimos siendo policías, pero antes de que convertirme 100% seguro, 100% seguro. Córranse, manga de duro.
Watch out for the civilian. Make it quick, you guys. The cops are here. We gotta move it.
Un atraco al banco. A quedarme a tiro, papá. Toma, pedazo de puto. Chao, ahora vamos para allá. No, yo me... Dale, gordo, tarambana. Yo me quiero ir allá, no me quiero quedar acá. Dale, parate, Gil. Ahí está, Toma, tarado.
LAPD, put down your weapons. The bank is surrounded. I'm offering you a chance to...
Toma, tarado.
Stay down.
Toma, vos también.
That's it? We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear.
Listo.
Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. Glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner. This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive at first. You're the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
I can make a name for myself in this war. My future.
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso. With some people,
Te reto que
this is
diga
chemistry.
llamete
Two guys who should
caducí.
have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. In my case, you
Reto
had the war to that.
cumplido.
I know that bum. Wendell Bauer. I put him away before. He jumped parole. Get after him,
Esta es
Phelps.
la
I'll head him
persecución.
off in the
Es
car.
este. Es este, estoy 100% seguro. Sí, es este, ¿viste? Es este.
Why, you! He's hiding in the alley!
Es este.
Bowers! Hold it right there!
Stop now or I will shoot. I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Jesus, Dunn! Watch your fire!
Don't want to.
No, casi.
Get down from there right now.
Give it up, Wendell! Stay the hell away from me!
Vení para acá, gordo. Eso sí, te pueden pegar una patada cuando está abajo suyo y te tiran a la mierda.
There's no way I'm going back inside.
Hay que saltar.
I've done my time.
Pero ¿por qué saltó mal? Tenía que saltar ese techo.
Assholes already screwed me once. It's over, Bowers!
Ahí está. Hay que saltar, Perry.
Give it up, Bowers! There's nowhere left to go!
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves.
Come on then, pretty boy.
How you doing, Wendell? Parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
¡Opa! Se hizo el capo ahí esperándome el cagón y hoy le mete una trompada, lo tira al suelo y mete una trompada a tu casa. A dormir.
The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer.
Reto cumplido.
Esprit de Corps, Merrill 10, Franklin 8, Weiss 8, Donahoe 6, Kowalski 6, Hudson 5, Kelso 2. Leadership, Donahoe 8, Franklin 7, Merrill 6, Kowalski 6, Weiss 5, Hudson 5, Kelso 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one goal.
Ya está en el arma en el tacho.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Broad daylight. Crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
Y me queda la cara, pero antes vamos a revisar acá. Y acá. Ah, es lo mismo. Sí, y más abajo no se puede, ¿no? No. Entonces la cara ahora. Dale, ¿qué hace? Inútil. Nah, igual si me marca así porque no investigué todo. ¿Qué mierda falta?
All right. Yes, it's a dead person.
¿Tengo que leer esto de vuelta? No, ya no importa. Bueno, cuando hace ese sonidito que... Ah, ahí está. Falta leer eso. Listo. Bueno, y sigue. Acá está el arma, ¿ves? Tuki, me acuerdo.
FN Browning. Serial number 01138.
Mirá detrás de la oreja. De la oreja. Ahora miro. No sé si puedo, pero me fijo. No se puede. Ya está, era eso. Ahora tengo que hablar con las personas de la...
This is awful.
¿Cómo que no entiende el chiste? Va.
Can I help you, sir?
Sí, ahora me ayuda para un cacho.
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta.
No, se llama Galleta. Galois Galleta.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Para mí está mintiendo, Para mí hay algo más. Por cómo mira también. El Rise of the Tomb Raider, porque lo tengo... No, acusar no lo voy a acusar.
I'm having a hard time believing that, young lady.
¿Cómo que pregunta incorrecta?
You're hardly any older than me. Don't you dare talk to me that way.
A man is dead, Miss Scaletta, and it's a criminal offense to lie to a police officer.
La concha de su hermana.
Downtown.
Get out! Get out right now! Send in one of the other policemen if you must, but I won't say another word to you.
¿Viste qué complicado ese juego? Tenés que ver eso. ¡Qué poronga!
We have the murder weapon?
No murder. I saw it all, but she clammed up on it. We could trace the gun.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
¡Qué cagada, boludo! No, acá ya estoy.
What did I tell you about going too hard on the witness? She's a store assistant, not a prisoner of war.
Is that supposed to be funny?
I'm just saying that sometimes you need to pour some sugar on these broads. A little bedside manner can go a long way.
And since when are you the expert? We got the murder weapon, didn't we?
You shouldn't dole it out if you can't take it, Phelps. She was a looker, though. Tell me I'm wrong.
No wonder you're suddenly so obsessed with bedside manner.
¿Qué número es? 1922. 1922 011. 1922. 1922 era, ¿no? Uy, no, estoy re mal. Sí, 1922.
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Caillou. Edgar Caillou was his name. Thing looks like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
Or we can find Mr. Caillou.
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield. Jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Ah, mira, dice, sí, hoy lo busco y se va corriendo para el fondo, mira.
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No.
Fíjate.
Mr. Kalu
Veis, dice, está atrás.
I'll buzz him for you.
Y ahí se va corriendo.
Son of a bitch. Go, Cole, go.
Tan mala memoria no tengo.
Kalu, get back here.
What's a 5-star goddamn wedding?
Too late, Kalu.
Kevin, get the out of here.
Going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than staying in the garage makes you a car. God damn.
Stop or I will shoot.
Ahí está.
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you've never discussed.
¿Qué po? Oh, Nico, ¿estás acá?
Grinds slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who knocked down Malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. It takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the
Pero me molesta la pantalla así, pero bueno, quiero leer lo que pones vos.
This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Me chupa, me quepo. Oh.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
You blew a man out of his socks over an empty grudge, you son of a
Incorrecta
bitch.
de
Do you
vuelta.
think I have sympathy for you?
That's the way.
Keep needling me. Try the rough stuff, and my lawyer will be making an official complaint. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Pará. Chao. No puede ser, hermano. Después me voy a ver un video tutorial de cómo saber si está... qué hay que poner, ¿entendés? Porque no puede ser, loco, no puede ser. No puede ser, ya incorrecta 2 veces. 2 veces. Chupame la pija. Hijo de remil puta. No puede ser, loco, no puede ser.
Oh, hey, Creeper.
Oh, Albion Online es un MM.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Oh, Albion Online es un MM.
Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
Come on, Mr. Kalu.
Chao. No puede ser, no puede ser. No puede ser. No. Chao, ya voy a ver el video. Chupame la verga. Chao, hermano, chao, hermano. No puede ser.
For every cop, there's the case that makes you.
¿Qué mierda?
Gives you that leg up, gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go.
Desde acá encima, si soy un pelotudo.
This could be the one goal.
Suscríbete para...
Bueno, ahora puedo hacer las cosas bien.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Broad daylight. Crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
¿Qué te pasa?
Mira.
¿Qué?
Pero mira qué estoy haciendo.
No sé qué estás haciendo.
¿Y qué es eso de ahí? Mirá la cámara.
Lo estaba viendo de la tele.
Sí, pero mira que decía la tele lo que tiene.
Nada, recheto.
Encima es reactivo, poner cuando fíjate hacer algo en el juego, vas a ver que cambia el color.
Ah, perfecto.
Bueno, esto ya lo habíamos revisado, así que... Re tranqui. ¿Esta es la habitación de tu papá?
Sí. Voy para acá porque hacía mucho calor. ¿Querés sacarte el coso? Yo no voy acá.
Ah, bueno, listo. A ver, para que lo saco. Ahí está. Ahora se mejor.
Eagle Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Listo.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Took some.
You're lying, Miss.
No.
Galleta, you know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out.
Poli bueno.
And you don't know who shot...
Bueno, yo la verdad estoy indignado. Estoy indignado. La verdad que estoy indignado, boludo. Estoy indignado. No puede ser. Las dos cosas hice. Poli malo, poli bueno, incorrecta las dos. Tiene que ser culpable. O sea, no me la conté, hermano. No me la conté. Chupame la pija, gordo pelotudo de mierda. Andate bien a recagar la reputa madre que te recontra remil reparió. Andate bien a cagar. Andate bien a cagar, loco. Bien a cagar.
Crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
Qué hijo de puta. Claro, acá debe haber aparecer lo de galleta. ¿No? A ver. Galleta. No, no está galleta, ¿no? Claro, creo que no le pagó a Galleta, entonces se recalentó. Va, qué sé yo. Esta es la pizza que me faltaba.
Shell casings. These look like 32s. FN Browning. Serial number 01138. I need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Pero acá no hay más pistas, ¿no? No. Nos queda hablar con Galleta.
Can I help?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss. Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
You are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
lying, Miss Goleta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different? How dare you accuse me of lying? God, I think you're horrible.
Chao, andate bien a cagar, gordo pelotudo de mierda. No puede ser, boludo, no puede ser. No puede ser. Para que me voy a ver la guía y ahora continúo, porque no puede ser, boludo, no puede ser. No puede ser, no puede ser. No puede ser. No puede ser, no sé, no puede ser. No puede ser. Ay, sí, yo quería hacer eso. Yo quería hacer eso. Pero no estaba. No estaba. Yo quería hacer eso, pero no estaba. Yo quería hacer eso. Te lo juro por Dios que yo quería hacer lo de la nota. Esta nota que tiene en el bolsillo, yo la quería hacer. Pero no aparecía la opción, o no la vi, o no sé. Pero yo la quería hacer. Y estoy 100% seguro que la quería hacer, porque lo juro por Dios. Estoy 100% seguro que lo quería hacer con esto. No, si este juego a mí me caga.
Shell casings.
Parece a propósito, loco, parece a propósito. Dale, 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 loco, dale, dale. Mierda pasa.
FN Browning.
Mierda pasa, loco, da.
I need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Voy a investigar todo el cadáver de vuelta. Porque no puede ser, boludo, no puede ser. Date bien a recagar. Date bien a recagar.
Can I help you, sir?
Sí, para ahora me ayuda, botarada. Para un gacho.
Nothing significant.
I'm Officer Phelps, miss.
Pará, pelotudo.
Did you know the victim?
He was my boss. Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
You think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
You're lying, Miss Goleta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Gusta mucho también el juego que haga narrador. Aquí vamos a ver ya.
You're off the hook for now.
Wait! That isn't everything! You haven't got it all!
Ahora hablamos, pará, tarada. Son de mierda, agarro ese papel y la reputa madre que los recontra remil parió. ¿Dónde poronga la agarro?
This was such a nice area.
All these cops.
A ver.
Aquí ya ves.
Listo. A ver, la bajamos acá. Ahí está.
C. Galetta.
Ahora sí.
Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Listo. Eso era. Salí, ya no me sirve este chabón. Listo. A ver, ¿cómo mierda hablas? Está.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
You're lying, Miss Galetta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Your pearl earrings, Miss Galetta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God! I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He showed me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
You're making me angry, Miss Galetta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Galetta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
Sí.
I need you to concentrate, Miss Galetta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang, and then another, and then 3 very quickly, close together. 5.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened, Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
We have the murder weapon.
And the murder. The girl saw it all. The killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
Thinking what I'm thinking?
Kate, maintain the perimeter.
Ya fue, vamos de vuelta a la joyería. Claro, ya voy entendiendo más o menos la mano. Lo que es tenés que investigar todo antes de hablar con los testigos, y una vez que investigás vas viendo las pruebas, si mintieron, o sea, es re complicado. Creo que a mí me va a costar banda entenderlo, pero bueno, ya voy en la mano más o menos de cómo es.
Officer, what can I do you for?
Officer Phelps and Dunn, sir. We need you to trace a serial.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. Serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Kalu. Edgar Kalu was his name. Thing looks like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield, jewelry store, just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
He's getting away!
Kalu, get back here!
That cherry pie was
Stop or I will shoot! Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
case that makes you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve, the one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time, and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
The lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
We know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony's gonna stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're lying, Kalu. I think you lent Gage money, and he owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm done with you.
¿Cómo que incorrecta? ¡Ay, qué bronca! Estaban hablando de racismo porque era acoso, judío. Va a ser por eso, ¿entendés, hermano? ¿Qué me contás? Cualquiera. Wow.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
Voy a arriesgar.
The lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead.
Y si me equivoco algo en acá, soy maraco. Si me equivoco en algo, soy maraco.
You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had
Si
nothing
me
to do with
equivoco en
me.
algo, soy maraco.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
We know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony's gonna stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Tengo miedo porque acá me equivoqué.
Baseball.
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy butt snatcher? You and that stump Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that.
Listo, acá de acá en más ya no sé nada más,
Edgar Kalu. I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Edward Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree.
Me salvé de ser un maraco. Me salvé de ser un maraco.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just, Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice.
Me salvé de ser un maraco.
But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
Opa. Aún así me cuesta banda, tipo. Yo no sé cómo hacer para aprender. Ya, ya estamos con el traje de detective, papá.
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is about. Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
Heard all about you, Phelps. You go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along fine.
I'm here to learn, Detective.
He's an intense one, isn't he, Mel?
Who's intense?
The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that, Commander?
Roy Earl, chief detective and advisor.
They all dressed like movie stars?
Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of L.A. is his audience.
What is that supposed to mean?
Stick with me, kid. You'll find out.
Now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps.
Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why are you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Bukowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't. Well, that's why we are partners, right?
Okay, guys. Stick with Bukowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside and out. I'm gonna start you out with one case. You okay? I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
Muy bueno. Yo creo que acá voy a dejar el directili. Pues ya está, ya terminó esto y... Bueno. Adiós, Nico.